Hello everyone. So this is Donnie Two Scoops health reading for Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. On the level of health, how's he doing? What's going on for him today? There. Oh, God. You know, sometimes you just you don't need me. You don't need me here. You know this. We know this. Addictions galore. The devil has its due. Bondage. Control issues. Cruelty, materialism. Let's see. On the level of health, well, he needs to take some time off because he's doing too much. He's in the pits of old age. Bones are giving him trouble, probably, maybe teeth even hurting. But, you know, it's ruled by Capricorn, so we're talking the whole skeletal system, arthritis. Issues because he chronically numbs out. And yeah, he's actually really unhappy with life. He just doesn't let anybody else see it. That's the main thing I'm getting there. And he's trapped because of his age and the fact that he hasn't done anything to get away from, you know, his past. I mean, he hasn't done anything hasn't done anything healthy to work through his past, I should say. He's done everything to try and run away from it with drugs, alcohol, all that stuff. And I know a lot of you guys don't think that he drinks, but I keep getting that he does. And but it's okay. You know, we can all have our own opinions. So don't yell at me about it just because you don't agree with me. But I would ask you, if you do believe that, I would ask you why you would believe a pathological liar. Okay, anyway, he's in this downward spiral of his own past choices, which were really bad. And his health is actually affecting his public persona. So, yeah. But he's trapped. And the biggest challenge for him today is the fact that he hasn't been sleeping well with the Nine of Swords coming through in the upright position, but it's still it's still a challenge. So, and it's Mars and Gemini, so this would be, like his energy levels are just going all over the place, back and forth, locked in duality. Actually, on the health level, it's even worse because this can be severe depression. This is somebody who's tormented. It's often a card that we get when someone's going through the dark night of the soul, but he's just going to ignore that. So, insomnia, headaches, migraines, OCDs. Maybe he'll fall down a ladder. I don't think he's going up and down ladders, but these could be steps. Morning, first thing in the morning, 5 of Cups reversed and the 9 of Wands. Now, we do have to remember, so I'm doing this reading on Memorial Day because I have to do them the day before so that they can be, so I can schedule them to be released at midnight the day of, so no matter what time you guys are up, you get them on that day. But, it's really rich that he was scolding Putin for bombing Ukraine. Yeah, like, sure, we believe you care, sure. And he's not doing a very good job of acting because we all know who he is. Krasnov. It's all for show. He's Putin's puppet. He does everything he's told. But he'll act like he's the big guy and he's mad at, yeah, what are you going to do? We'll see. And then here he is leading a Memorial Day ceremony. Yeah, that's rich too. Yeah, like who's the guy that's been cutting off veteran support? Mr. Bone Spurs. He should just shut his pie hole, what I think. But here we are. Possibly this card would relate to, well, it's definitely insomnia, but the Nine of Swords can also relate to being not sleeping because the guy's being haunted because he has so many negative specialists, so many attachments, so many entities. And then he's also visiting Arlington Cemetery, right? Like that's an awful lot to do in one day, right? He's just, for an old dude. And how's he going to do it? Well, he does it with drugs, right? That's what the devil's all about. The devil will have his due. So, yeah, that's just what he needs is some more entities, right? Let's go back to Arlington Cemetery again, where he already has picked up quite a bit from that last time he was there doing his little photo op. So, okay. I'll stop. Five of Cups, when it comes to reverse, because it's Mars and Scorpio, there is not the impetus, the movement to, on the health level to transform. Instead, his energy, because Mars energy, is working against him. And I think I spoke about that yesterday a little bit, where our life force, if we're not working towards the light, if we're not coming from a place of love, or at least trying to, and most of all, to be in truth with ourselves. Like, we don't have to be loving and kind all the time. We don't have to be in positive reality all the time, but we damn better be looking at where our darkness is. We have to be tracking our lower self and then doing our work to turn that around. Otherwise, he is just engaging in negative pleasure all the time. So that's why he's so hateful, because it's really his own self-hatred, unconscious self-hatred projected outwards onto others, which is why he wants to just get rid of all these immigrants, and he wants to make life really hard for everyone. But he's so stupid, he doesn't realize he's just going to take himself down. So anyway, Five of Cups for health. When it's reversed, he might be having problems with old. Well, I don't know. I could say, because this is a card of STDs, right? But it could be that because I'm sure he's had syphilis many times, but it's treatable with penicillin, and I'm sure he would get that, right away, because he's got the best of health care. So I can't say that it's that. I know you guys comment that a lot of times, but it is too treatable. So because it's Mars and Scorpio, I have to go with colon, bladder, prostate, and the other part of the body, that looks just like his mouth. I won't say it. You know what I'm talking about. And then with the Nine of Wands upright, he's tired. And he's tired because of all these health issues and the fact that he's not sleeping at night. So the only way he's propping himself up to keep going is the drugs. Again, the devil has its due. So yeah, okay. Nine of Wands, because it's the moon of Sag when we're in the looking at the health. This is, well, it's not reversed, so I can't say he's too defensive or too I don't know what the right word is for this one. On edge, I guess, is a better way to look at it. uses drugs in order to get the courage he needs to just keep going and to feel better about himself. That's what the uppers do, right? And maybe to help him focus. But we notice that he's talking more slowly. He's not doing well. He's saying the wrong things. He's saying stupid things. I mean, that's just him, but it's exacerbated. And so yeah, I mean, I feel like he might be alienating more and more people as time goes by. And he's thinking he's going to feel better soon. He'll just take the drugs, just, because that's how addicts are. Just one more and then I'll stop, or one more and I won't need it tomorrow, or whatever, just to get me through today or the night, whatever it is. But this is his habit. And then with his dementia, Alzheimer's, what we're dealing with there is he's forgetting what he's taken. And he's forgetting that his health problems are what they are. So, okay, Midday, 3 of Wands. He's putting himself out there. I don't know what's going on with him for his schedule, and I could care less. But if you guys know, drop it in the comments, because it always helps me. Because when I finish these readings, I'm done. I do not go into his energy anymore unless I see something pop up on the TV and I'm like, what is he doing now? And then I'll, take the mute off. And that's just in my mornings. And then I'll watch Rachel Maddow on Monday nights, and I'll watch Lawrence O'Donnell whenever, and I'll watch a lot of others if I have the mood. But I haven't been having the mood. So anyway, 3 of Wands. There's some progress that has to do with maybe some travel. He could be doing some traveling by midday, and there's that. But this is on the health level. This is our card for strokes, and more hair loss and problems with his eyes and his head. He's got all that going on. High blood pressure. Now, Temperance, oh my goodness. Goodness, what? Goodness, my goodness. So, homeostasis is the key for this card. When it's upright, it's all about looking at the endocrine system and the need for homeostasis, right? When it's reversed, this is somebody who's getting the wrong dosage, or he's having drug interactions working against, what's going on. Because he's self-medicating, plus he's taking the medication that the doctors are giving him. They don't have any control over him after he walks away, or he gets his medicines, or maybe he forgets to take them, or he takes them twice because he forgot he already did it because he has dementia. And unless he's got a little doctor following him around all the time, I don't know. But when I see this card reversed and I'm reading for health, I think, careful. This could be a grave illness. This could be something that where a blood transfusion is needed. But major imbalances, it's also a card of overdose. And combo here, wow. Okay. At the very least with this card, it's that there are excesses going on, with the drugs, or deficiencies within his diet that are causing problems too. Then that would cause a person to not be able to sleep, but also, the addictions and the drugs and the hauntings. Okay. Oh my God. Evening time, he needs to rest, but he's battling something. He's trying to rest, or he is laying down, but all he's doing is, maybe on his cell phone or something, or tablet of some type, and fighting, right? Because he's got that desperate need for approval with the 5 of Wands. So destructive attitudes, need to win, always got to be on top, I'm the dude kind of a thing. And no, wow. So heart issues, chronic fatigue, and then with the Four of Swords, this is not able to move around. This is hard. This is super stressed and needing healing. And he's, on the Jupiter in Libra, we're talking an excess of air. We know he's a bloviating bag of hot air, but I mean, that's all over his astrology chart. But the deal is, Jupiter's for healing, Libra is to balance. He is the most unbalanced person there is on the planet, I would think, close to it. I mean, especially for his age. And so he's mentally overwhelmed, in a fog, needing rest, but he can't really rest. He just can't do it. Later on, in the middle of the night, we've got the Three of Cups reversed and the Four of Cups upright. Okay, so with the Three of Cups reversed here, maybe I wonder if he might be drinking, doing something in the middle of the night. He's definitely feeling at great lack. Like there's he may have emotional lack, coming up in dream time that's bothering him. Also, this is my card for overindulgence. That's why I was saying, possibly drinking in the middle of the night. Like maybe he forgets, or I don't know. I mean, it's cups, so we have to wonder, right? We have to wonder also if he's having problems with women, some women, or one woman, or a few different women. Like, he wants Melania around there, and he has to pay her a lot of money to do that. So, and she could always say, no, I can't do it. I don't know, her schedule, whatever. So that could be part of the Three of Cups. But it's also, when it's reversed, it's a card of, besides overindulgence, depression. And old resentments coming up. These are like triangular relationships. And when it's reversed, it's, gossip. People gossiping about him online, and he knows. Maybe even feeling guilty for betraying people in the past a little bit. I don't know that he would consciously do that, but in dream time, this stuff could come up because this is the middle of the night. And that would cause him to wake up again and go, oh gosh, kind of a thing. But I don't know that he would, he'll never say anything about things like that. I mean, I would be shocked out of my mind if he ever came forth and tried to make restitution of some type. But anyway, this is a card, most of all, as not having real friends. The Four of Cups is our card of apathy. Moon in Cancer takes us, to a place of like, well, but what kind of, sometimes what about me? He's feeling something. He should be feeling something, but this is a card of not. He's feeling that he's not getting what he wants, and it's especially from women and friendships, because he doesn't have any real friends. I mean, we know that. So, numbness. This is a card of numbness, and this certainly goes with the Devil card. You can only numb out for so long, So, I don't really, because it's not reversed, I can't say anything more about that one. But it's, it's all this pattern. So to summarize, it's not getting the rest because he can't stop fighting, and then he's having bad dreams about betrayals in the past, and then he's numbing out, maybe somehow to go back to sleep. So, okay, let's see what's at the bottom. Yeah, Ace of Wands reversed and the Hermit card. Well, there we are with the endocrine system again with the Hermit. The Ace of Wands reversed is prostate problems, energy's down, no motivation. Yeah. As Lori says, winky problems. Yeah. So, and then the Hermit just speaks to the endocrine system again, and feeling alone, and needing to go within to heal, because if anybody is going through the pain of not of feeling alone, the way that you heal that is to go inside and feel that pain, and to keep feeling it without hurting yourself and without hurting anyone else, but meet the pain. The way we heal is by meeting our emotional pain, as long as we're not hurting ourselves or someone else. But he hurts himself on a daily basis and doesn't feel the pain and uses drugs to numb out. So at some point he's going to have to go in. Now, on the health level, this is a spleen. Like I said, endocrine system. Virgo relates to digestion and the intestines, intestinal tract. So, yeah, there's something going on major within him that's, again, I'll just say it again. Last time, the devil will have his due. So, okay, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm going to take some deep breaths and let go of this, and have a wonderful day when you wake up, or if you're going already. Bye.